fans, welcome to Hashmans Hockey Hat-trick. I'm Brian. It's Saturday, March 9th, 2024. And in the words of the immortal hockey great Badger Bob Johnson, it's a great day for hockey. Well, big day and night in the NHL. Very busy. There's 13 games taking place today and tonight in the NHL. And let's get right into it. For my first pick, I'm looking at the 7th place in the Metropolitan Division's Pittsburgh Penguins as they travel to Beantown to face off against the 2nd place in the Atlantic Division's Boston Bruins tonight. This game is a 7 p.m. Eastern Time puck drop, and it takes place at TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. This game is the second of 3 regular season meetings between these two teams, and in the first game, the Pittsburgh Penguins won 6-5 in Boston back on January 4th. The Penguins are here tonight on their first game of a 3-game road trip, and they last played Thursday night in Washington. They were shut out by the Capitals 6-0. The Penguins are now 1-4 in their last 5 games played, while the Boston Bruins, they're here tonight in their third of a 4-game homestand, and in their last game played, they faced off against the Toronto Maple Leafs at home Thursday night in Boston. They defeated the Maple Leafs 4-1 for the second time this week. This trouncing of the Maple Leafs by the Boston Bruins completed a 4-game regular season series sweep over the Maple Leafs this season. The Bruins are now 3-1-1 in their last 5 games played. I like the Boston Bruins here at home tonight. The Penguins have lost their last 3 games played on the road, and the Bruins are not the team to snap that streak with here tonight. Also, the Bruins, they're 5-1-4 in their last 10 games played, while the Pittsburgh Penguins, they're 4-5-1 in their last 10 games played. So like I said, I like the Bruins here tonight. And for my first pick, I like the Boston Bruins, and I like them to win in regulation for added value at home versus the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. For my second pick in tonight's NHL action, I'm looking at the 8th place in the Central Division's Chicago Blackhawks. They're traveling to the nation's capital tonight to face off against the 5th place in the Metropolitan Division's Washington Capitals. This game is a 7 p.m. Eastern Time puck drop, and it's taking place at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. This game is the second and final regular season meeting between these two teams, and in the first meeting in Chicago back on December 10th, the Washington Capitals defeated the Blackhawks 4-2. The Blackhawks are here tonight on their third and final leg of a 3-game road trip, and in their last game played on Tuesday night in Arizona, they scored 4 power play goals to beat the Arizona Coyotes 5-2 and snap a 22-game road losing streak. So congratulations, Chicago Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are now 2-6-2 in their last 10 games played, while the Capitals, they're 6-3-1 in their last 10 games played, and in their most recent games, they're just 3-2 in their last 5 games played. Washington this season has only won just over 51% of their games taking place at Capital One Arena this season, but the Blackhawks have a terrible record on the road. They're just 5-25-1 on the road this season. So for my second pick, I think we're going to get some goals scored, and I like over 5.5 total goals scored in the Chicago Blackhawks at the Washington Capitals tonight. For my third pick in tonight's NHL action, I'm looking at the 5th place in the Central Division's St. Louis Blues. They're traveling to the Big Apple and the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, to face off against the New York Rangers, who sit in first place in the Metropolitan Division. This game is a 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time puck drop, and it's taking place at Madison Square Garden, as I mentioned, in New York City, in New York. This game is the second and final regular season meeting between these two teams, and in the first meeting in St. Louis back on January 11th, the St. Louis Blues defeated the New York Rangers 5-2. Where in that game, Rangers' former Vezina Trophy winning netminder, the mighty little Igor Shesterkin, allowed the Blues to score 4 goals against him in that contest. And of those 4 goals, 3 of them were scored by Blues forward Jordan Kyrou. A nice hat trick against the mighty Igor. The St. Louis Blues tonight come into the Big Apple on their 4th game of a 5-game road trip. And in the first game of the road trip, they beat the Flyers in the shootout. And in the next 2 games, they lost to both the New York Islanders and the New Jersey Devils. The Blues are now 2-2-1 in their last 5 games played. On the home team bench tonight, the New York Rangers, they're also 2-2-1, but they're here on a 2-game losing streak tonight, as they lost to the Panthers at home Monday, and they lost to the Leafs in Toronto on Saturday. The Rangers are 21-8-0 at home this season. That's over 72% of the games played at home that the Rangers are winning, and they're 7-2-1 in their last 10 games played. While the St. Louis Blues, they have a losing record on the road this season. They're just 14-17-2 on the road the entire season. So I do like the Rangers here tonight. And for my third pick, I like the New York Rangers to win in regulation for added value at home tonight versus the visiting St. Louis Blues. So to recap my Hashmans Hockey Hat-trick of 3 picks in today and tonight's NHL action for Saturday, March 9th, 2024. My first pick, I like the Boston Bruins to win in regulation at home versus the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. My second pick, I like over 5.5 total goals scored in the Chicago Blackhawks visiting the Washington Capitals tonight. And my third pick, I like the New York Rangers to win at home in regulation versus the visiting St. Louis Blues tonight. Thanks for watching my video, everyone. Please don't forget, if you like my video and you like my picks, give me a thumbs up down below by slashing that like button. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please share my channel with your friends, with your relatives, with your neighbors, your coworkers, the mailman, the Amazon man, the Uber delivery man. Please share my channel with anyone that's a fan of NHL hockey. Please don't forget to put your comments in the comments section below, because I'd like to know what your picks are in tonight's NHL action. The Hashman Hockey Hat-trick community would like to know what your picks are in today and tonight's NHL action. And I'd like to know what you think of my predictions. Thanks again for watching, hockey fans. Good luck with your picks. Let's all win big tonight.